the question for today: are you aware of your inner dialogue? So you might have noticed that you have an inner dialogue, and it's a really important inner dialogue, because the things we tell ourselves are what is shaping our lives, or it's at least part of what's shaping our lives, a huge part. So by being aware of what's happening in your head and remembering that not everything you tell yourself is true, you can really choose a direction to go in your life. You can choose your thoughts. I read this book that's called Soundtracks, and I don't remember the author, but I'll link it for you. One of the things he has this, in the book, he has this action sheet, and it's the inner soundtracks of our minds, right? So it's all about figuring out what is it that we are telling ourselves, and how do we change it to be something positive, something good, something to aspire to. So he has this 10 things that you should try and tell yourself, and he goes into a lot of the background and everything. It's really great, but he also gives us these 10 things that you should say every morning and every night to get the repetition in, right? Because one of them, I have them right over here, everything always works out for me, for example. Having that as a mantra, or whatever you want to call it, a soundtrack, is one of the things, for example. And a lot of us will have, okay, so I'm always so unlucky, or this thing always happens, and blah, 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 right? And usually what we think and what we, that's kind of where our focus goes. Our brain is made in a way that if you buy a red car, you will start seeing red cars everywhere. So whenever we are focusing on something, our brain is made in a way, because we don't have capacity to take everything we see and hear in. So our brain is going to be focusing in on what seems important to us. So if we keep telling ourselves that I'm so dumb, or I'm so unlucky, or all of these things, then our brain will zoom in on things that will confirm that for us. So instead of actually having all of the positive things that also happen, we won't notice them, we won't think about them, because we keep zooming in and confirming to ourselves the stories we tell ourselves. So this is all about figuring out what are the stories that you tell yourself, to be able to figure out what story should you tell yourself, right? For your brain to actually zoom in on the positive and confirm the positive in your life. So let me know if this worked for you to change your thoughts. And then see you for the next question. Bye.